And welcome back. It's now 20 minutes before 9 o'clock, and we are delighted to have Chef Kris with us today. He is the executive chef at Carowinds. Kris, good to have you with us here today.
Pleasure to be here.
On such a cold day, too.
Cold morning, yes it is.
Speaking of cold, that's sort of what this is all about.
Correct.
Come up Thanksgiving Day, and it's too cold to take your turkey outside on the grill or whatever. You think, well, I'm going to cook it inside, but I sure am going to miss that smoked wood flavor.
Correct. So this is how you can do it inside your home without going outside.
Really?
The day before, what you want to do is start off with what's called a brine.
Yes.
You take some hot water, some spices, sugar, salt, and you put that all into a pot, get it nice and hot, just until the salt melts.
Right.
Once that's melted, you add another gallon of water to the cold, and then you're wondering where you're going to put this thing. You don't have that much room in your refrigerator. Well, that's what the cooler is for.
Ah.
So you keep a cooler in here with some ice on the bottom. You get this is just a plastic bag. It's a trash compactor bag, a little bit thicker, a little bit heavier duty. Put your turkey on the inside here, all your seasoning, all your water, close it up, put another bag of ice on top of it, 24 to 36 hours in here.
In just a cooler.
In just a cooler. You keep it in your garage, in your house, and it's not taking up all the space in your refrigerator.
For all
the sides.
And,
correct.
all the sides and the different things you're going to make. That's a great idea because I never thought of that, but that's so simple to do something like that.
Yes, so these will keep it just as cold as it would in your refrigerator.
Okay, keep that in mind. All right, now let's talk about cooking because this is something I'm not familiar with. I like to use wood chips out on my grill. But I've never thought about it in my oven because I would think the smoke or something.
Well, yeah, there's going to be some smoke coming out of it, but you have an exhaust on your oven.
Yeah.
So what you want to do is, what I like to soak these in is actually apple juice. So soak them in apple juice a little bit for about 15-20 minutes, and then once they come out, you put them on a pan just like this, and you put them on your stovetop until you start seeing smoke come off of it.
All right.
And your oven is set at 325 degrees.
Right.
And you kind of just leave them in the bottom. That 325 will continue these smoking the entire time. If you don't have a range or anything like that, you can use a blowtorch for the top of it and get them nice and charred just like I did here, and they'll start to smoke.
Right, and now right here we're using mesquite.
We're using mesquite, but you can use any blend, absolutely.
A blend of wood chips and things like that to bring up about a good flavor. And so, all right.
So once you get all that going, you have that going in the bottom of your oven, you pull your turkey out of the bag. You don't have to rinse it. You don't have to do anything. What I like to use at the bottom for more flavoring for your gravy is some apples, some onions, and some pomegranates. Cut them into quarters, let them sit in the bottom of this pan, and just put the whole thing in the oven, 325 degrees. It'll take about 12 to 14 pound turkey should take about 2 to 3 hours. Don't use a thermometer that's on the turkey. Actually buy one and make sure it's calibrated, and you want to pull the turkey out about 160 degrees.
160 degrees.
Once you pull it out, then you can cover it and let it sit for about a half hour before you start cutting into it. And
what does that do? When you
it actually makes it, basically it's like if you run a marathon and you have all your juices going in you need to calm down a little bit. So that's what happens to the turkey. It's been running for the last 2 hours in the oven at 300 degrees. It needs to calm down a little bit. So that keeps all the juices and everything going instead of just coming out all over the place. So, but once that comes out, you slice it up. Display it on a tray right here.
And it looks terrific. Put some fruit there. You've got your cut open
pomegranate, what I have in there with there.
And so it looks terrific, and it's going to have that smoked flavor to it. And you've done it indoors.
Yes.
You may want to turn off your smoke detector downstairs while you do
or you turn a couple hood fans on and things like that.
There you go. You got that. Kris, it's terrific having you with us here today.
Thank you very much.
And do you want to head down there and grab something to eat?
Yes, we are going to be doing a lot next year as far as food goes. We are very excited for next year.
All
Absolutely.
Right. Looking forward to it. And you can find Kris's recipe, by the way, on WBTV.com and the Carowinds website as well.
Also on Carowinds.com.
All right. Thanks, Kris.
Great.
And we're going to eat some turkey while we send it over to Al Collins.